Hey guys, so since I put out the video letting you know about the changes that's going to happen to the Walmart credit card that is with Capital One, I had some comments about the Kohl's card also going to Capital One. So I had to do some research to find out what is going on with Capital One and these store cards. So I did some research on what's going to take place with the Kohl's card. So make sure you guys stay tuned for these changes that's going to, come about. I want to welcome you back to the Starr Personal Finance channel. If this is your first time visiting with me, thank you so much. I hope you stick around and be a subscriber. Please like, share, comment, do all those good things to help push out the video. This is the free way for you to support the channel. I really do appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into the topic. Now, I know with Walmart credit card now possibly not even being a thing anymore because Capital One had it and the sue and all that stuff. And so now Capital One is now changing over all the Walmart cards, even the MasterCard and the store card, over to Quicksilver cards if you're eligible. I did a video about that, did two videos about it. So I will link those in the cards above somewhere or in the description. But I had people to comment saying that the Kohl's card, that the Kohl's card was also going to Capital One. So I went ahead and I did some research to find out, okay, what does that going to look like? Well, I went down a little rabbit hole and I found out, and depending on when you got your Kohl's card, you wouldn't have known this. Back in April of 2011, I'm going to pull this up on the screen. April of 2011, guys, Capital One signed a deal with Kohl's to handle Kohl's private label credit card program that was previously serviced by Chase Bank for a 7-year period for an undisclosed amount. So Capital One has had this card the entire time, but it was listed under a private label. So when something is listed under a private label, you would think that Kohl's is the actual issuing bank, but Kohl's is not a bank. Kohl's is a department store, right? We know that. So with that being said, somebody has to be the one that funds the card, that issues the card, that does everything that a credit card does. So Capital One has been doing this in the background since April of 2011. So I'm gonna pull up something that Kohl's. I got my iPad right here. So Kohl's had issued a private label credit card portfolio transfer to Capital One. I'm gonna pull this up. It says Minnow. I don't know how you say that. Menomonee Falls, Wisconsin. If anybody's from Wisconsin and you know how to say that right, please tell me if I butchered that to death. Okay, so April the 5th of 2011, Kohl's department stores, NYSEKSS, that's the ticker symbol for the stock market, today announced the completion of its private label credit card portfolio transfer to Capital One Financial Corporation, NYSECOF, effective as of April the 1st of 2011. Capital One has acquired more than 20 million existing Kohl's charge accounts, and through the 7-year agreement will offer private label credit cards to new and existing Kohl's customers. Capital One is a well-respected lender in its industry and an ideal partner to support the growth of Kohl's credit card business, which accounted for 50% of Kohl's sales in 2010, said Kohl's Senior Executive Vice President and Chief Officer Wes McDonald. Capital One's strategic, analytical approach and commitment to profitable growth made them a strong fit for Kohl's from both a cultural and financial perspective. Kohl's has an exceptional brand and offers a great experience to their customers. We are eager to work with them to support the continued growth of their business, said Bill Celufo. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I probably butchered it again. Executive Vice President of Card Partnership at Capital One. So private label credit cards account for a significant percentage of all retail credit card balances, and we see this alliance as a tremendous growth opportunity for Capital One's card business. So I'm gonna link this article just in case if you never saw this before. I'm gonna link this in the description box. So this is not new news. It's just new news to some of you all that did not know it, because if you was a customer when the card was furnished through Chase for the 7-year period prior to 2011, you probably got a letter letting you know that it was changing hands. Like I remember when I had my well, I still have it, my NFL Baltimore Ravens card, it was with Barclays Bank. And when Barclays no longer had it, then it went to Community Bank. So I got a letter letting me know that it was switching over to Community Bank. So same thing probably happened to Kohl's members that had those charge cards prior to it going to Capital One when it was with Chase. You probably got a letter back then, probably in '09 or 2010, whenever this thing was first going through the phases, just like what Walmart is going through the phases right now with Capital One going to the Quicksilver card. So a lot of these things happen behind the scenes, and we as consumers have no idea what's going on. So Capital One has had this card the entire time. So what's going on right now? So what's going on right now is Capital One is now offering a Visa card with Kohl. So they are doing a Kohl branded card, which means Capital One is coming out of the shadows and not being a private label anymore. Capital One wants everybody to know that we have Kohl's and we service the Kohl's card. So if you had the Kohl's card all this time and it's only been a charge account card, which is a store card, and it's in essence that you can only use inside of the Kohl's department stores, then now you have the opportunity to have a Visa card that you can use outside of Kohl's. So this could be a potential good thing. With this new Kohl's Reward Visa, it's going to be continuing to earn 7.5% in rewards on Kohl's purchases every day. Plus, your new card also earns 3% in rewards on gas, 2% in reward at grocery stores, and 1% in rewards on purchases everywhere else Visa is accepted. So now you will have an opportunity, if this card is actually offered to you, you will have the opportunity to be able to use this card outside of Kohl's to do other purchases. You could use this as a gas card because 3% on gas is really good. 2% on groceries is also pretty decent. So I would think that this card can serve more than just department store cards. So they're saying right now on this dedicated page that they made for this card that right now you can just keep doing your shopping, continue to use your current Kohl's card whenever you shop at Kohl's. Early September, your new card will arrive. Pre-activate your card once it arrives by calling this number that's on screen, and also set a calendar reminder. September the 13th through the 15th, online account management will be unavailable. If you would like to make a payment or pay any balances, please pay by mail. September the 16th, shop with your new card. Make sure your card is activated and start using it to earn rewards. This has the potential to be a really good card for people that only had the charge card, quote unquote, store card the whole time. And aside from all the different new categories that are going to add to this card with it being a Visa, this is also considered a Visa signature card, which comes with its own set of benefits just for it being a Visa signature card. So that kind of puts you in the mind of the flagship card with Navy Federal, because that's their Visa signature. So usually a Visa signature card has a higher tier than it would just a regular Visa. It's just like the MasterCard World Elite. It comes with its own set of benefits. So this, it's Capital One, but so far it's going to be a pretty decent card. But let's look at some other information. So if you do have a Kohl's card already, you're going to get a new card number if you are offered this Visa card. You're going to get a whole new card number, and if you already are a Capital One customer already with some of their other cards, then you will be able to enroll your Kohl's card into your already existing Capital One account. So you'll be able to see that card just like if you had a Walmart card, you was able to see that card all with your other Capital One cards. You will be able to see the Kohl's card as well. They seem like, based on this website, that they're going to try to make this as smooth as a transition as possible. But I would advise everybody to check out the FAQ. Now, if you had this Kohl's card for a long time, like say you got it back when it was Chase before it went over to Capital One in 2011, this might be one of your oldest cards. And so that might be a concern that if they're going to give you a new number, will this be a new account? And so they put in the FAQ that the Kohl's Reward Visa will not be reported as a new account, and your account open date will appear as the same date currently reported on your credit profile. The information previously reported to the credit bureaus will be updated with the name Capital One, and the credit bureaus will continue to receive updates based on your ongoing account performance. Even though this is not a new account, if you currently use credit monitoring service, they may send you a new account alert due to the name change to Capital One. Please know that this is the same account information and open date. So this should not affect your length of history if you had this card for a very long time. Now, there was another question too about, will everybody that have this Kohl charge card, will everybody get this card? And the answer is no. Again, from the FAQ that says, are all Kohl's card holders converting to the new Kohl's Rewards Visa? And it says no, not all card holders will receive a new Kohl's Reward Visa. Some may receive a newly branded Kohl's credit card. So they're not getting completely away from the store card. There's going to be a store card and there's going to be a Visa card. So depending on what your credit worthiness is, if you're going to actually get offered this Kohl's Visa signature card, because as I was saying, this is a higher tier card. Usually the Visa signature cards are higher tiered. Do have the Kohl's card, you may want to, I'm gonna say you need to read the FAQ, and I'm going to put links for both of this down in the description box. You really do need to read the FAQ to make sure you're doing everything right so that you're not missing any payments. There's nothing going on funky with your account and that type of thing. Please read the FAQ and make sure that you are looking at everything, all correspondence that's going on with this change. That, like I said, Capital One has had this card since 2011. They are now stepping out of the shadows and letting everybody know that they have this card. So nothing new, just new to us. So guys, let me know in the comments if this is a card that you've had back when it was Chase, back prior to 2011. Let me know what your thoughts and your feels are. What was your experience since 2011 when you did not know that this was Capital One that was the issuing bank for this card? Let me know what your experience has been up to this point with the Kohl's card. I like to know. Please leave me a comment. Y'all know I like to keep everything updated. I will see you guys in the next video.